I'm ready to defend my crown. Iguana will be performing live, defending Carnage Soca Monarch. All the things a little curry meet me on the stage. July 25th, 31st, and August 8th. Meet me on the stage.
We wild, we in style. When you see me chilling on a branch by myself, no company, no friends. Oh my gosh, I stumble when I meet till I tumble. Woman come in a bungle, wanna come from me jungle. Oh my gosh, I stumble when I meet till I tumble. Woman come in a bungle, wanna come from me jungle.
Stumps ready? The biggest party in sports is back. It's Republic Bank CPL 2025. Bowls off August 14th to September 21st. 34 matches, 6 teams, 6 nations. Your Caribbean cricket frenzy. From big sixes to deadly yorkers, catch every boundary, every wicket, every moment. Live on GBN TV and Classic Radio. This is not just cricket. This is CPL. Sponsored by Republic Bank, Grenada and Hubbard. Republic Bank CPL 2025. Don't miss a ball.
It's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Good Monday morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Monday, the 21st day of July, 2025 is the year, and it's indeed a joy and a privilege to be with you once again. Hope you had a great weekend. It's Good Morning Grenada for today. Yes, truly, Gordon Joseph with you as always. Happy to be with you. Letting you know that I'll never leave you alone. You're not alone in this. We're in this together. It's Monday morning. Let's pray. All right, Monday morning prayer for guidance. It says, Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, guide my steps today and throughout the week. Help me to make decisions that align with your will and purpose for my life. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. That's from Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 and 6. Direct my path, O Lord. Amen. And let's hear the other one. He usually sends to blessings for Monday. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. Job 32 verse 8. Have a blessed day. Reminding you as always, it is a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is fine. Hope you had a great weekend. It's going to be a tough day as usual, but you've got what it takes. You've got the intestinal fortitude to make it through. Yesterday is gone. There's absolutely nothing you can do about yesterday. You cannot fix anything that occurred yesterday. You can do it differently today, but yesterday, the mistakes of yesterday, can't do anything with them today. Not at all. The word of the day today, the word is heinous. Heinous. H-E-I-N-O-U-S. Heinous. And heinous means extremely wicked or bad. Heinous. Extremely wicked or bad. And it's spelled again H-E-I-N-O-U-S. Heinous. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. The criminal was punished for his heinous acts. Yeah. Heinous. We hear about the heinous crimes of, those guys, Saddam and those guys, and what I'm saying? Yep. There's no straight line. So that was your word of the day. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Monday. And of course not. There isn't another day between Sunday and Monday that we can call rest day. So you've got to get up off your laurels and work today. Because I'm absolutely certain that even if there was another day between, you would still find something to do. You wouldn't rest for the entire day. Yep. Good morning, everyone. Nice. So happy to be alive. Nadisha, good morning to you. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Whatever you're doing, know that you're not alone. Well, the Calypso 10 started judging. On Friday, we had the Northwest Brigade. Understand it was a success. The artists gave up their best, the Calypsonians. On Sunday was the Kaiso Bards. And of course, they gave up their best as well. Last night, it was the Kingdom Kaiso tent with Lady Cheryl and Papa Jerry and Superstar and the rest of the guys. They too, I understand, was well received. Tonight, it will be the Fireworks tent. Again at the Deluxe Cinema. And tomorrow, the Calypso Classic tent will be judged at the GBSS Auditorium.
This song
The motivational quote of the day:
to Lucy.
don't wait for motivation, create it. Motivation doesn't always come naturally. Sometimes you have to create it by taking that first step. It doesn't come always naturally. Sometimes you have to create it by taking that first step. You've got to initiate the process. Morning, Neil and family out there in there's Palmerose, right? Mount Agnes. All is Mount Agnes. Good morning, Esther. Fish and the guys, Fish and family. Red Bull, good morning to you. The neighbors right there, Wayne, sister, and everybody, good morning. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way. What's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing. All right, the government to present a bill ending discrimination against children born out of wedlock. And also we hear in the region, President Irfan Ali announces Guyana's 2 largest gold mines to be operational by 2027. Internationally, China advances brain-computer interface technology and rivals U.S. firms. In sports, West Indies 1 down. Lost the first T20 international against Australia by 3 wickets. Good morning, Oswald Pele Dabo. How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing fine. Hope all is well. You and the family. Good morning, Mount Carmel. Miss Jean Isaac and the Isaac family out there in that's Marquis and Mount Carmel. Randy. Hey, Randy. What's up, guy? Only Randy and I would know what we're talking about. It's like when I tell Oswald Pele Dabo Happy Thanksgiving. That's personal. Uncle Glyden, good morning to you and the family. Hope you're doing fine. Kali, Cassie, Curti, Skeeter, Poddy, and Sammy, good morning. Trebs and Auntie Elsa, Zuri and Zavi, good morning. I know the next one name yet. Skeeter, you're good, right? We'll have a conversation shortly. Those of you in Carriacou and PD Martinique, good morning, good morning. Mr. Fonda, you say I listen to you every morning. Morning, you and the folks at Max Shop, hope you all are having a wonderful morning. The folks in the Mohai, good morning. Gail and Alpha and Fen and the entire home circle. Babash. Miss Maury, good morning. Nice. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world. Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Bang, well, you know, my name is Boogie B, and this is my partner here, John. Well, you know what's going on? GBN have a big thing coming up on the Canada. I want to beat Little John, and I'm going to beat Little John. You can't beat no anything that is dollar and roti. Yeah. Yo, you bring me down already. Yo, let me sing the tune. No song. Bring it, tell him bring it song on the Carnage. I have a meeting. Alright, well, you don't know, GBN Spice of the Carnage live. Don't forget this year, 2025, Boogie B, Little John. Yo, mass. I'm going to be here.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, July 21st, 2025. Coming up in the news, government to present bill ending discrimination against children born out of wedlock. In the region, President Irfan Ali announces Guyana's two largest gold mines to be operational by 2027. Internationally, China advances in brain-computer interface technology rivals the U.S. firms. And in sports, West Indies set Australia 190 to win in opening T20 and loses by 3 wickets. We've got the details to these and more after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Fly the Jones swoosh, it's Lava Man, and you already know the energy. It's all about GBN Spice of the Carnage Soca Mona competition. This year is going to be greater, bolder, more exciting than ever. And it's all about the quarterfinals on the 25th of July. The 31st of July will be the semi-finals, and August 8th, finals. Artists, if you think you have what it takes to own the stage, now is your chance. Get there, be there, see you there. Lava Man, the real mad one. Fly the Jones swoosh. GBN Spice of the Carnage Soca Mona competition.
Somebody go out to face it. We taking them back to basic. Carnage, this year go hard to face it. I'm here, the 25th, look out for Soti the General. I tell you, somebody go out to face it. We taking them back to basic. Because of that catastrophic, Carnage go hard to face it. Not there, somebody go out to find your back bad. I know they on that. Somebody go out to face it. I tell you, somebody go out to face it. Somebody go out to face it. Somebody go out to face it. Somebody go out.
On Wednesday, August 13th, it's Carnival Encore, the ultimate cool down at the Grenada National Stadium. The cool down village opens at 6 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. It's full stage frenzy with massive performances from Cass,
No sweetness, she weakness, so she
Voice,
But I'm a junkie, the people play,
and many more. Tier 1
1 Chill Zone tickets are just $125. Upgrade to the White Oasis Premium Village for $350. Or take it all the way with access to the exclusive Carnival Cabana Club. Email sunshinepromoeventsgd@gmail.com for more info. Carnival Encore. The vibes don't end until we say so. Wednesday, August 13th, National Stadium. Get your tickets now from gotofed.com. Brought to you by Sunshine Promotions.
Good Monday morning, everyone. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph. The government will bring an important new bill before Parliament this Thursday called the Status of Children Bill 2025. This bill aims to give all children equal legal status, ending discrimination against children born outside of marriage. The current law treats children differently based on whether their parents are married or not, but this bill will remove those differences. It will replace the existing Status of the Children Act with a more modern and fair approach. The bill is divided into 5 parts with 20 clauses in total. It begins by defining key terms such as child and parent and sets the rules about who is legally recognized as a child's parent. One major change is that the bill abolishes the legal distinction between children born within marriage and those born outside of it. It also outlines how parentage will be determined, including cases involving artificial conception and the proper handling of related legal documents. The bill also addresses property rights. Executors and trustees will have a duty to carefully check if anyone has a claim to an estate or property based on their relationship under the new law. Finally, the bill includes provisions to update other laws by removing old terms like legitimate and illegitimate children to reflect the new equal status of all children. If passed, the bill will provide legal certainty for families and protect the rights of all children, ensuring fairness and equality under the law, regardless of the parents' marital status. We will keep you updated as Parliament debates this important piece of legislation. The UK-based charity Windward Aid was recognized for its ongoing contributions to Carriacou and Petite Martinique during a special anniversary event held at the Carriacou Botanical Gardens. Honorable Tevin Andrews, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, commended Windward Aid for its sustained support, especially its water initiative providing essential water supplies to schools and selected households. Minister Andrews also urged other donors to maintain their assistance as rebuilding efforts continue following the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl. Permanent Secretary Linwall Parrott highlighted Windward Aid's partnership with the ministry, particularly in furnishing homes constructed by the Division of Social Development, and expressed optimism for future collaboration. Windward Aid representatives Colin Moses, Valentine Fraser, and Marvin Fraser expressed gratitude to their donors and satisfaction with the progress made in aiding the island's recovery. The event underscored the vital role of partnerships in supporting the ongoing rebuilding process in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments are straight ahead. In the region, Guyanese President Irfan Ali has revealed that Guyana is on track to become home of 2 of the largest gold mines in South America by 2027. The announcement came during the unveiling of the People's Progressive Party Civics 2025 manifesto highlights. President Ali stated that work on both major mining projects has already begun, with one company aggressively moving into the development phase. The company is currently seeking over 1,200 workers but faces challenges finding enough local labor, a concern the government is actively addressing. 5 Canadian mining companies are currently controlling significant gold resources in Guyana, including major projects such as the Omai Gold Project, Toroparu, Oak West, and Eagle Mountain. These projects cover large areas across various mining regions and are at different stages of exploration, development, and permitting. The Omai Gold Project, with an updated resource estimate of over 4 million ounces of gold, is rapidly expanding and aims to become a leading gold producer in the region. Similarly, Aris Mining's Toroparu project boasts over 5 million ounces of gold and is preparing for development. Other notable projects include G Mining Ventures' Oko West project, expected to produce 350,000 ounces of gold annually, and Mako Mining's Eagle Mountain project, targeting first production in 2027. President Ali emphasized that these mining developments will complement the country's booming oil and gas industry, reinforcing Guyana's position as a leading natural gas or natural resource producer in the region. In Jamaica, a veteran entertainment journalist and TV host, Winford Williams, was involved in a motor vehicle accident on Sunday morning. Williams, the long-serving producer and presenter of the Jamaican entertainment show On Stage, sustained injuries and is currently receiving treatment at Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay, St. James. Preliminary reports indicate that Williams's vehicle collided with a tow bus. 2 other passengers and Williams' vehicle reportedly escaped without injury. Authorities have yet to confirm the severity of Williams' injury or the exact details of the crash, including its precise location and timing. Williams has been a respected figure in the Jamaica entertainment industry for decades, known for promoting and supporting numerous artists. His work on Stage has made him a familiar face on television and a key voice in the country's cultural landscape. Further afield in Beijing, a remarkable demonstration showed a 67-year-old woman with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig disease, communicating the phrase, "I want to eat," using just her thoughts. This breakthrough was made possible by a tiny wireless chip called Bino 1 implanted in her brain as part of a clinical trial at a public hospital in central Beijing. The technology, known as a brain-computer interface or BCI, is designed to help patients with paralysis or speech impairments regain control by translating brain signals into text or machine commands. While this field has been led largely by U.S. companies like Elon Musk's Neuralink, experts say China is rapidly catching up. Lua Minmin, chief scientist of the Chinese Institute for Brain Research, explained that patients have been eager to use the technology, describing it as a way to regain muscle control. His team plans to expand trials to implant the chip in up to 100 more patients over the next year. Neuroscience experts, including Georgetown University's Maximilian Reinshuber, say China is not only catching up, but also driving advances in brain tech alongside the U.S. The global brain technology market, valued at $2.6 billion last year, is expected to grow significantly by 2034. Chinese leader Xi Jinping has emphasized technological innovation as key to nation strength, sparking increased competition between China and the U.S. in cutting-edge fields such as semiconductors and brain-computer interfaces. And finally, German authorities report that at least 19 people were injured, including 4 seriously, during a fireworks accident at the Rheinskirms fair in Germany. The incident happened late on Friday along the Rhine River, where fireworks unexpectedly went off near ground level. Among those injured was a child. Firefighters and emergency crews responded quickly, and police are now investigating the cause of the accident. The fair, held annually on the left bank of the Rhine, features rides, drone shows, and fireworks, and is organized by the St. Sebastian Rifle Club, which dates back to 1316. Organizers ended the fair early for the day and are reviewing whether to continue the traditional fireworks display at next year's event. Spokesperson Peter Dittlemeyer expressed sympathy for those affected and wished them a speedy recovery. That's the regional and international news. Stay with us, folks. The sporting highlights is up next. Good morning, sporting fans. And sad news. The Big Bash hero Mitchell Owen has steered Australia towards a 3-wicket win in the T20 series opener against West Indies, with the debutant clobbering 50 off 27 at Kensington's Sabina Park on Monday morning. Chasing a 190-run target for victory, the tourists were in a spot of bother at 4 for 78 in the 9th over before Owen and Cameron Green combined for a match-winning 80-run partnership for the 5th wicket. The Tasmanian all-rounder, who helped the Hobart Hurricanes win their maiden BBL title last summer, smacked 6 sixes at the Jamaican venue as Australia reached the target with 7 balls to spare. Later named the player of the match, Owen became just the 3rd Australian to score a half-century on debut in men's T20 internationals, joining Ricky Ponting and David Warner on the illustrious list. Roston Chase and captain Shai Hope delivered strong half-centuries as the West Indies posted 189 for 8 in the opening T20 against Australia at Sabina Park. Chase, batting at number 3, top scored with a powerful 60 of just 32 balls, while Hope, opening the innings, contributed 55 from 39 deliveries. Left-hander Shimron Hetmeyer added a quick 38 of 19 balls. All-rounder Andre Russell, playing in front of his home crowd in what could be his second last international game, was dismissed for 8. Doing the damage was Australia left-arm pacer Ben Dwarius, he was a standout bowler, taking 4 wickets for 36 runs, helping to restrict the West Indies after they looked set for a total over 200 when they were 159 for 2 in the 16th over. England will host the next 3 World Cup Test Championship finals in 2027, 2029 and 2031. The International Cricket Council made that announcement on Sunday. The decision follows England's successful hosting of the first 3 WTC finals. The most recent final took place last month at Lord's, where South Africa claimed the first WTC title by defeating Australia. Nearly 110,000 spectators attended the 4-day match at the historic London ground. Despite India's interest in hosting the next final, the ICC's annual conference in Singapore recognized England's proven track record in organizing recent finals. 9 teams compete in the WTC, each playing 6 other sides, 3 at home and 3 away, over a 2-year cycle. Rankings are based on the percentage of points won due to the varying number of matches played by each team. That's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports in our luncheon edition as well as our primetime newscast. Stay with us, folks. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
All right, folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Trisha Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Trisha.
Good morning to you and good morning to you listeners of GBN. It's a generally fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 14 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1014.4 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 27.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 80%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 25.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, only 0.3 of a millimeter in rainfall were recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 58.2 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate afternoon and nighttime showers. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 31 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be high around 1 p.m. and low about 7 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:36. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:51. Just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate afternoon and nighttime showers. We're also monitoring an area of disturbed weather to the east-southeast of the Lesser Antilles. Right now, the system has a 20% chance of development. It's about 2 days away, and like I said, there's only a 20% chance of development, so we're expecting it to pass as a strong wave. So currently, there are no watches or warnings in effect for Grenada. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
Thank you very much, Trisha. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thank you. Same to you.
All right, folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
It's back, and it's bigger, bolder, and funnier than ever. Old Mass 2025 is coming to the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 20th from 3 p.m. Brought to you by the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Corporation, and Grenlec. Bring the whole family for an afternoon of laughs, local entertainment, exciting prizes, and a special appearance by the Carnival Queen contestants. Tickets are just $40 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Available from any Lions or Leo member. Grenadian Optical and Clear Vision. All Mass 2025. Sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. I'm with them.
It's 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Government to present a bill ending discrimination against children born out of wedlock. In the region, President Irfan Ali announces Guyana's 2 largest gold mines to be operational by 2027. Internationally, China advances brain-computer interface technology and rivals U.S. firms. In sports, West Indies 1 down in the opener of the T20 series against Australia, losing by 3 wickets. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Monday, 21st July 2020. 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
On Wednesday, August 13th, it's Carnival Encore, the ultimate cool down at the Grenada National Stadium. The cool down village opens at 6 p.m. Showtime 7 p.m. It's full stage frenzy with massive performances from Cass,
No sweetness, she weakness, so she
Voice,
but now I'm drunk in the people place, jamming.
and many more. Tier 1 Chill Zone tickets are just $125. Upgrade to the White Oasis Premium Village for $350. Or take it all the way with access to the exclusive Carnival Cabana Club. Email sunshinepromoeventsgd@gmail.com for more info. Carnival Encore.
I don't know about you, but I come here to fetch, come to play a man.
The vibes don't end until we say so. Wednesday, August 13th, National Stadium. Get your tickets now from GoToFed.com. Brought to you by Sunshine Promotions.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling Global Africa, the 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum. Active 2025 is coming to St.
Send it on like a Rematon, you know, the original scintillating flamme, the king of drama, breakdown stage, Deuter Hammer, and I'm endorsing Spice of the Carnage 2025. We'll be out from the 25th. I want to see every rags and flags lift. Volcano, chainsaw in Chicago, Volcano, mash up stage and mash up show. Send it on.
Like the tune, all the commissioner laughing. You know it's a mistake to tell we don't do it. When they tell we don't do it, it's like they better tell we do it, how we doing it.
All right, folks, it's 14 minutes gone past the hour of 7. At this time, we join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you and good morning to all your listeners. It's that time of the day where we bring to you the traffic report, and I can safely report for this morning. It's Monday, a bright and sunny morning, and the traffic is rather light at this time. We start seeing some movements in most of our towns and all its adjoining roads. So therefore it means that we expect to build sometimes as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. But for persons traversing along our roads at this moment can do so freely without any obstruction, and that is one of the best things that we want for our morning time. But we know as we get closer, as we start seeing the movements in the area of Caledini, that is one of the roads that we have, one of the busiest roads, also that Toby Road heading on to Grandance, and also the Grandance Public Road, one of the busiest roads on the island every morning. So we want to urge persons, if you have not left home as yet, so please do so that you can get to work on time and safely. We have no accidents reported in any of those areas at the moment, so that is a plus for drivers traversing along those roads, and that is one of the things that we want to see. When we're reporting at those morning periods that we have no accidents, and that is good. For the past 24 hours, we had a total of 7 minor accidents. Still 7 is too much, as we normally report for one day. However, over the weekend, we see a lot of videos circulating where we had a number of accidents which resulted in injuries, personal injuries, where persons were hospitalized due to negligence of drivers. I just want to implore on all drivers that we need to continue to drive safely. And please, one of the things I want to touch on this morning, persons, if you do not have a driver's license, please do not get behind the wheel of a vehicle. The process is that you once you reach your acquired age, you get your learner's permit. After you go, you practice to drive, you do your theory, you do all the relevant exams, and then you can be ready by a competent authority, which is the police, and after that you can drive. So if you don't have a driver's license, please do not get behind the wheels of a vehicle. We've seen a lot of persons who do not have license driving, and they've been arrested for that offense. So this morning, as we get to work safely, we want to urge persons to continue to drive safely. And the question we ask every morning, if you're texting,
who's driving? Who's driving? Thank you very much, Corporal Paul, and to the rest of your team, have a wonderful day and a great week ahead.
Thank you very much, and same to your team as well.
Folks, that has been the traffic report for this morning. Stay with us. We've got the conversation. We've got a riser, should be with us shortly. Then we've got more conversations.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling global Africa, the 4th edition of the Afro-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum. Active 2025 is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, Resilience and Transformation, Enhancing Africa-Caribbean Economic Cooperation in an Era of Global Uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afro-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, Time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush. Off to the bank. Again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic. Or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
Wednesday, August 6th, Concept Events, together with Flatlands Park Ship and Print, present Pre-Day, Black and Bougie. Chalpri celebrates with all his friends. This is Pre-Day, featuring the Viking, Bungee Guard, the Alliance, and the Viking. Problem Child, GBM Neutral, Full Blow, Kutain, and a command performance by the Jab Boss himself, Calvary. Top international DJ, Grenada National Stadium. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11 p.m. All early bird tier 1 tickets have already been sold out. Grenada, get ready. This is Pre-Day, Black and Bougie.
It's Monday. It's 21, just turned 22 minutes after 7 o'clock, and our first segment on Mondays is always Josephine's Time with Ariza. Good morning, Judah.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and so thankful, but there's always this kind of radiance on a Monday morning.
Well, what can I say?
Is that the sign of an excellent weekend?
It is.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Awesome. All right. Lovely.
Awesome weekend.
Right.
Well, what can you say?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Sagassam's weekend.
No, I'm not going there. So good morning to everybody in radio and TV land.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Let me congratulate, first of all, the students who, our little ones, who attained passes at the CPA and are now looking forward to the crisp white shirts, or in the case of Shaper, light blue. Is still light blue? Whatever. Brown skirts, pants, new things.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
New challenges, new life, and new chapter. Yeah, look forward to it. And with Ariza's help, some parents and students are going to be smiling. Of course, this is for parents of Ariza. Or you may not be a parent. You may have been. In one case, we had that, a godparent who had an ESP account in the child's name.
Okay.
And the child did well at school and needed the assistance. And so there we go, the secondary school's scholarship. Now, that is $1,000 per year.
Wow.
Yep.
That's not a bad place to start.
So sometimes you see a whole lot of children getting maybe $200 and so on and so forth. But we want to make this very meaningful. And it will increase as we go along, and the number of awardees, because you may have a couple of children and parents who do qualify, and it's going to be hard to see them struggle like that. So that's it for that's that part of it. That's the secondary school scholarship.
That $1,000 is a one-off, or is it?
No, it's
every
not a
term?
one-off. It's every year. It's an annual
Every
thing.
year. Okay.
Yeah.
For the duration.
For the duration of the secondary school life.
Wow.
Yeah, for 5 years.
That's all.
So they can look forward to that. I mean, and this started a long time ago. This is well over 25. Actually, I'm coming here and it's probably 50, because the credit union is 77 years old. Remember?
Right,
yes, we started this a long time ago. If we look at the figures,
it's a lot. Yeah,
yes,
it's a lot.
In addition to which, of course, we believe in continuous education, self-development, and you have those who are looking forward now to their degree, going on to university. And so once you're an ARISA member, we prefer if you have an ESP account. You may not have one and may be considered, so apply. That's $5,000 for the successful applicant.
Wow, okay.
And those entries, the date for the entry, the last final date is the closure date is the 24th.
That's this coming Friday.
Yes.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that you're in with a chance to get your scholarship. So what you do is visit the website, visit the Facebook page, and the form that you have to fill up is very, very user friendly. So you would just navigate your way through there and fill up the form, make sure we get all the applicants so that you're not left out. The scholarship committee will sit, deliberate, and then we would announce.
How many scholarships?
The awardees. We're not going to say, because sometimes it's based on merit.
Okay.
You just may. Okay. So when it's awarded,
the awardees will know.
Yes.
Okay, you'll get that call. That's special call.
We had about 10 awardees last year.
That's a big commitment, eh?
It is a big commitment, but it's a worthwhile one, and you have to put your money where your mouth is. It's not fair to the young people to sit back and say, young people are this, young people are not doing well, young people are not. What's happening to our nation, young people, and you're not helping.
Yeah, you have to give them the tools.
So, as a good corporate citizen, as a thoughtful corporate citizen, we feel it necessary to do this. And the students of our parents, ARISA's staff, children who attained passes will also be granted their fair share. Oh yes.
I want to walk.
And that started last year. That started last year. So we that was Mr. Lord's initiative.
Okay.
Yeah. It only started last year. So we're thankful for that. The parents were very excited, and the students. It was a lovely ceremony last year. We anticipate it's going to be a nice one this year. It doesn't end there though.
Okay.
There's the TAM-CC scholarship, which is $1,500
per year.
Okay. But of course, results are not out yet. The CPA, the CSEC.
CSEC.
Yeah. So we have to depend on that, and then we'll know those who are going to TAM-CC, and of course those who are in need and those who did well. And so it's a number of factors that we would look at, and I know Mr. Lord spoke last year of increasing the numbers, or you may do a one-off increase based on merit, as I said.
Okay.
So when we've finally shuffled the pack and chosen, then we'll announce how many awardees there are. But people, ARISANs, get busy. Your children have attained passes. They're moving on to secondary schools. You want to further your education. You're going to do your degree. Go to the Facebook page. Go to the website. Look for the scholarship awards program. The form is a simple one. If you need some help, don't be afraid to call us.
Okay.
So send us an email. Send us you're right on Facebook. So send a message. Do a message. Yeah. Send something via messenger. Don't let the opportunity pass you by. We don't want this to be a wasted opportunity.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that scholarship, New York. Here we
go. New
York.
Start spreading the news.
Yeah.
I'm leaving today. No, we're not leaving today.
Okay.
But we are going to be at a team from ARISA will be at the Grenada Day, New York. And there we will offer some of the services that we offer here. So we're bringing the shop to you. See, if the mountain won't come to the Mohammed won't come to the mountain will go to Mohammed, okay?
Yes.
There are some folks in the diaspora who don't really come home much, but they want a piece of this rock, and they like to be the horizons, they're bad for our eyes, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
So we're going to facilitate small deposits. There'll be loans issued and debit cards. So people, if you want a debit card, you don't yet have one and you need to have a debit card, send us an email, diaspora@arisacu.com. So that's diaspora@arisacu.com. And if there is something that you would like to know, and if for some reason you cannot come to, or you're one of those who does not attend Grenada Day, for whatever your reasons are, then we are going to be there before, and maybe one or two persons will be there after.
Okay.
Carriacou and Petit Martinique, don't feel left out. They do have a Carriacou and Petit Martinique celebration all of its own.
In New York?
Yes, they do have their get together.
That's a Samuel Caesar and the team. Good morning.
So they're going to see us there, albeit a reduced team because it's a much smaller event. But we like our kayaks and Petit Martiniquans. We love them furthermore.
Yeah.
So let me clarify that. Not like. We love them.
Yeah.
So we'll be there. And further to that, we are going to have for the first time our own event, which will be the Ridgeway Residences Showcase. It's going to be held at the Nutmeg House. I think most Grenadians know the Nutmeg House is on Flatbush. Right. So there are two entrances. I think it's East 23 and Flatbush.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Good. And that's going to be on the 19th from 6 to 8. So really, we're going to give you a virtual tour of the Ridgeway Residences. And obviously, if there's anything else you'd like to know about Arisa, sure.
Okay.
Now, if you are not yet an Arisa member, you want to avoid the hassle of New York, of Grenada Day, because that is a lot, or you just don't have the time, just go to the Facebook page, go to the website, the form is there, the New York Day form, the Grenada Day form, New York, and Toronto, we can't forget Toronto, and go scan the QR code, and the forms are all there.
Okay.
So you prep. Then when we get there, we just may be able to do your shares. And so if you don't wish to, there's actually a way that you can send it. But I'm saying, take a step ahead.
Yeah.
So that by the time you get there, you have all your documents ready. And you're not part of the hassle and the humdrum because it's usually...
I know the New Yorkers will be anxiously awaiting for a rise.
We've been calling some of them, and they are anxiously awaiting.
Yes.
So I'm saying, if you want to avoid that, you want your card, you may be able to get in touch with us through the diaspora desk. We do have a diaspora desk, so it's diaspora@arisacu.com. Send us an email and let us know. Is it a card that you need? Do you wish to make a deposit but you will not be there? I spoke to somebody on Saturday who said, I'm not going to be there, but I have a family member who can make the deposit. Is that possible? Okay. So, sure. Know your details, and once they come to us, we will try to facilitate. But obviously, before and after, and maybe just squeeze in a couple of people for the 19th. Okay. But the focus on the 19th really is the unveiling of the virtual tour of the Ridgeway Residences.
All right.
Yeah?
So horizons and prospective horizons, you heard it. Okay, so we have the scholarship that will be dealt with. Friday is the deadline.
Friday is the deadline
for that.
For the applications.
Applications. And after that is New York and Toronto.
Yep, New York and Toronto.
Arisa on the move again.
On the move. Arisa or Ajamo?
Yeah. On the move again.
Arisa and Ajamo. Something. But it's just Arisa facilitating ease of membership.
Yeah.
And of course taking care of our diaspora members. And just to say, you may have a friend who's a Lucian, a Vinci, Dominican, a Jamaican. That's okay. We're the only credit union in Grenada that welcomes CARICOM nationals.
Right.
You didn't know that?
Well, I know we do welcome CARICOM
yes,
nationals.
We do.
Commonwealth nationals, but I didn't realize that we're the only one.
We're the only one.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Man.
So, come on. Get a piece of the
Be
rock.
a part of the big family.
Yes.
Yeah, why
This big
not?
happy family.
Why not? Josephine, it's always a pleasure to have you disseminating this information. And I know the Horizons are listening, and your phone lines and your emails and so forth will be buzzing. Your social media platforms will be hyperactive.
That's the whole idea, yes.
Hyperactive.
That's the whole idea. So when the team gets there, it makes it a little easier.
Okay.
But we like to see them anyway.
All right, yeah. To interact. Bring back the love to Arise as always. Yes.
I will.
To give Mr. Lord and Mr. Whiteman especially.
As usual.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
Yeah.
I have to
and
go
Wednesday.
Yeah. Whatever.
And Wednesday. Yeah. Have a
okay,
good
guys. So have
Thank
a
you very
wonderful
much.
week.
Okay, folks, we take a quick break. When we come back, we've got more conversation. Don't you go anywhere.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts bringing the noise.
He'll say you got come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at GoToFed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Print, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. As I promised, we do have guests this morning, and I'm joined by two wonderful young people. Very young people this morning. It sort of coincides with what Josephine was just talking about, the scholarship for young people. It's all about empowerment, empowering the youth. So I'm joined by the president of the Junior Achievers.
Junior Chambers.
Junior Chamber, all right, yeah. Good. Miss Alicia Samuel. She's visiting us all the way from Antigua. She's a true Caribbean person. Just came from St. Vincent, and she's here with us. And of course is our local guy here, Mr. Ali Dowden. Good morning, Ali and Alicia.
Good morning, and thank you for having us.
Well, the pleasure is always ours here at GBN. You know, whenever something that could uplift our youth and the nation, and by extension, we always, give it all that we can. You all were here, well, not you all, Ali and the other lady from...
Our national vice president back in February from Antigua as well, with Grenadian parentage. Her mom is from Grenada, so she has roots.
She's Grenadian.
Of course, she's one of us.
Yes. And we had a wonderful conversation. Now, things have, changed. Things have gotten better. More work has been put into the efforts. What has happened since? How are we going?
Well, most definitely. Since our visit to the studio back in February, when we had our national vice president, Ms. Laura Jonas, visiting us, she spent just a bit over a week with us, and we did a number of training with young people, and of course we did a recruitment drive, which we consider to be very successful. We held a number of stakeholder engagements, we had a number of fundraisers that we did, community projects, and we also met, for example, with the Governor General and so forth. And since then, we continued that momentum. We continued with our trainings. We continued with our meetings as we rebuild the organization and the momentum. We continued with our community projects. So, for example, we had at least 2 cleanups, one at the Pearls Beach. We also had one down at the Woburn, I don't want to say bird sanctuary, but the mangrove area. Right? So we've had those. We had a panel discussion for World Earth Day, and which went both regional and global because it was totally online, and we had regional panelists, and we had different stakeholders here in Grenada and around the region that took part. So we found that to be very successful, and then we continued with our engagements both with stakeholders and our planning. We had some fundraisers as well, and so now we're at the point where, of course, we're joined and we're happy to have our national president from JCI West Indies visiting us for at least 2 days. So she came in yesterday and she's leaving on Wednesday, early Wednesday morning. So we really have her for today and tomorrow. 2 of her.
Who does that? Who comes to Grenada and spend 2 days?
Well, she had work to get back to, and then she was in St. Vincent for a while because we have our 65th National Convention that will be taking place between the 8th to the 12th of October. In October over in St. Vincent and Grenadine. So, of course, she will speak more to that, but she went over there. And, of course, but mainly what she's going to be here for is that we're going to be meeting with some stakeholders, as usual. And then also we have a training this evening for both our members and also other prospective members. And then the main thing, which is the highlight, is on tomorrow evening at the Olympic Center Conference Room from 5:30 to about 7, we have our induction ceremony for new members. So the prospective members that we would have recruited earlier in the year, and they would have gone through the training and so forth and showed their commitment and they met the requirements. They are now going to be officially inducted into the organization tomorrow. And of course, Madam President will be overseeing the induction. And then now they have full rights of the organization. So we're actually growing, which is exactly what we set out to do. And so it's a proud moment for all of us.
Ms. Samuels, welcome to Grenada.
Thank you.
All right. Is it your first trip?
No, I'm happy to be back. My first trip was actually to the national convention that we're having in St. Vincent. It was in Grenada in 2018, and that was my first convention. So Grenada has always had a special place in my heart.
Okay. You notice I just had a riser here, and we're welcoming a CARICOM National, so I can set you up. You get a quick loan and get one of the Ridgeway houses, and because I don't think you want to live Grenada.
Well, to be honest, St. Vincent offered me the same kind of package. And that was when I met with the Prime Minister. He said, yes, come stay in St. Vincent. We'll welcome you. And, they're opening as well. So I have a lot of options. I don't know which one I'm going to choose yet.
Grenada is the top one. Yeah, Grenada is a top option. So in your capacity as Ali lovingly puts it, Madam President, I love that coining.
Yes.
How challenging is your task? What are you really supposed to be doing? What do you do?
So generally, I oversee basically the West Indies. So in terms of, I offer guidance and support to all the organizations. Technically, there are 8 officially, and then there are 2 perspectives. So we're hoping to get St. Lucia fully back on board in October at our convention. But basically, I monitor it, I give advice, I inspire. So places like Grenada that don't have a president, I oversee the induction of members. So hopefully by the end of this year, they have enough members to have their own election, so they can have a local president. That they don't need a national president to come and do their induction, so they can be more autonomous, that they can do stuff. But in terms of just being the organization that guides, and I represent all of these countries on the international panel more than anything else. So I vote on their behalf, I speak on their behalf, I raise the concerns and matters. So I represent the region in that sense internationally. And internationally, it's over 105 countries with over 100,000 members internationally, globally.
The size of Grenada.
True.
Yes.
Yes. That's huge. And how impactful do you think the organization is in terms of executing its mandate, making the young people's life more productive and better and so forth?
So generally within JCI, so I'll speak internationally then regionally, and then so internationally the organization celebrates 110 years this year, right? And I told you the stats of how we are internationally, and then regionally this is 65 years that we have been as a West Indies, but I believe Grenada is supposed to be older than the regional body, correct? So but like as with internationally, like over the years, a lot of our past persons, they've been leaders and they've gone on to be leaders in various aspects of society, because we're a leadership development organization. So whether they went into politics, whether they went into religion, whether they started their own NGOs, whether we are between the ages of 18 and 40, so sometimes afterwards, like I can speak for Antigua, JCI is the oldest organization, NGO, international one in Antigua. But like all the others, past members, they got to the age of 40 and like, I can't stop here, I'll start Alliance, I'll start a route. Like they bring that there. So it's like we continue to be leaders in other aspects, and it's something that we take pride in, that we nurture the younger generation, because the youth are our future, and we train them to be great leaders.
We want to make sure that the people that are going to take care of us when we're in our rocking chairs and hammocks, we know that we're safe. All right, so we have a sound grooming with them. And how do you find the people between that age range, 18 and 40?
Correct.
How are they gravitating to the initiative?
So it depends. I will say that. Sometimes it's a little harder with the younger end of that spectrum to attract it, and it might just be that we're too old, like we're too thing, but like the persons who are kind of settling into their career and they can see the benefit. Okay, yes, I've learned some skills, I have grasped it, and so forth. We're trying to implement that, I think, across the region and internationally. Young people are kind of distracted. They're not focused on leadership. It's not fun or sexy or something that they're looking forward to. It's like everything is always a TikTok or something. Social media has had a very
negative.
Yes, for the most part, it can be positive, but you have to work to make it work.
It can be, but most of the time it's being used negatively.
Yes.
Yeah. From I'm coming to you now, Ali. From a Grenada's perspective, can you identify a couple success stories?
So, for example, we have had a lot of prominent Grenadians who were part of the JCI movement, right? Back in the day, it was known as the JCs of Grenada. So you have had persons like Sir Royston Hopkins, he was a JC, Godfrey Thompson, Senator Laddie Duncan, there was others, Carol Bristol, right? Late Jimmy Bristol father, he was a president, and actually I think he was the only president from Grenada for West Indies that sat on as president for JCI West Indies. You had people like David Otway. So you had a lot of prominent Grenadians that were part of the organization years ago when it was in its heyday. And there were also, for example, a chapter in St. Andrew, right? So it just didn't only have a chapter in St. George's. It also owned property on Lucas Street. It has its own building there, a 3-story building, right? So they had something called Radio Bingo. I mean, I'm too young for it, but you might know it, right?
They call it bingo on the radio.
Correct. So that was an initiative done by the JCs of Grenada, right? The Victoria playing field in Grenville, 3/4 of that was fenced by the JCs of Grenada. The first blood bank that was donated to the General Hospital was donated by the JCs of Grenada. The JCs of Grenada ran the carnival for like 4 years. So it has a very rich history, and of course that's something we are trying to revive and bring back. Of course there is challenges when, you know, as National President said, you know, with young people there's so much distractions, you know, there's social media, there's parties all over the place, you know, people don't find time for meetings unless it has some sort of maybe a financial benefit to it, you know, but this is a professional organization. We actually pay dues, right? We pay dues, right? But what you put in is what you're going to get back out from the organization, right? We do a number of trainings in leadership, communication, effective meetings, emotional intelligence, right? And then of course you have the different conferences that we go to where we also get to not only just have meetings and trainings, but we also get to network across, as for example, 105 countries, right? But especially within the West Indies, we are very much closely associated. So for example, I don't think there's any country within the West Indies that there's a JCI that I do not have friends that if I were to travel, I can either stay by them, I can save on costs. There's so many, you know, other benefits, right? Connect with projects. But the organization is a wonderful organization, right? As I tell people, it's a service organization. When you look at, for example, Rotary and Lions and so on, and you see what they do, you know, you look at JCs as well. You know, for example, Madam President can tell you, I believe in Antigua, they have the JC's Queen Show. And I also believe in Dominica, they have, either they run the Kiddies Carnival or they have a band or something like that.
But Kiddies Carnival. So I will say, over the history across the West Indies, the JCs in the back in the day, they were part of like the first carnival. So like I know in Antigua, the JCs organized the grounds for carnival. In Guyana, they brought that Mashrami, I think, and it was something that they used to, they didn't really celebrate like that, but it's kind of their version of a carnival kind of thing, and they were responsible, the JCs of that time. So across the region, they were kind of instrumental in like implementing carnival and running it and organizing it and so forth.
For people who are just joining the program and keep hearing us talking about JCs and JCIs, just remind them what it means again, please.
So it's Junior Chamber International.
Junior Chamber International. All right.
You can tell them our mission and our vision.
Yes, please.
Yes, so our mission is to provide leadership development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change, because we're all about making positive change. And for our vision is to be the foremost global network of young leaders. So we're all about young leadership and developing young leaders and giving them opportunities.
So having said that, now what are the prerequisites for someone hearing this and thinking, oh, I would like to be a part of it? What are there any special traits that they must possess or qualification, or how do you become a member?
So I will say it varies, depends on the organization, but generally you have to be between the ages of 18 to 40. That's the basic requirements. And usually across the West Indies, you attend a certain number of trainings. You participated, you're present, you in a project. Maybe you have to execute a project. Maybe you just have to do a project proposal. It depends. It varies from organizations. Or maybe you just participate in something that the local organization is doing. And then some places have an interview process, some don't. It just depends on what happens locally. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, the chairman can explain from Grenada.
So from a Grenada's perspective, because of we're now growing the organization again, we have chosen, at least on this occasion, to waiver the interview process. But for the prospective members who are being inducted, they had to attend meetings, right? If for some reason you were going to be missing a meeting, at least you should give an excuse, right? It shows your professionalism and at least your commitment and so forth. And most of these members for the year, we've had 7 meetings. Some might have just missed one, to be quite honest, right? Based on our constitution, if you were to miss 3 without excuse, then you can be taken off the records, right? Okay. Of course, you must pay your membership dues, but in this case, because they're prospective members, they just pay $50, which is their registration fee. And then, of course, they had to take part in projects. So we actually have some prospective members that are actually project chairs. So, for example, one of our project, which is the Environmental Awareness Committee, the project chair for that is actually a prospective member, right? She leads that, right? And then, of course, we expect them to be on the different committees, whether it's that committee, whether it's on the JCI Rise Initiative Committee, whether it's on the fundraising committee, that sort of stuff. And then, of course, we expect them to attend trainings as well. So they have met those requirements, and we're going to be inducting 10 members tomorrow. Of course, we have had over 62, to be quite honest, that showed interest, but then of course we filter it down so you can see how it is, and it's only 10 that's being inducted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now your organization seems to have some similarities to the Lions and Leo clubs, right? Service-oriented, national development-oriented sort of thing. Do you all collaborate on any projects?
I can't speak to for Grenada as yet because we have not collaborated on any, but I don't know if Madam President knows of any in the region.
So across the region, yes, there have been collaborations with certain things. So I know, for example, in Guyana, they have collaborated for they have an annual cancer dinner that they work with Lions to work along with. I know in Antigua, certain projects we do work together, so like cleanups and stuff, just have a bigger impact that all of us are working together on across the island to have a more meaningful impact. We've worked together, and we've had, I know again in Antigua, because that's where I'm from, we've had there's period poverty in terms of stuff. We've had a campaign and we've worked with Rotaract in that sense, because we had a boys version as well, just proper hygiene from boys. It's like an educational thing, not just for both males and females, okay, this is what we're doing to educate and provide them with some little toolkits and guides.
Okay, so the project that this project, you could call it a project. What's happening for Grenada now? What can we expect? When is that big event, and what's the format for it?
Right. So for our induction tomorrow, it takes place at 5:30 at the Olympic Center Conference Room, 5:30 to 7 thereabout. And then of course we will have our inductees. We'll have some members of the organization, both present and past. And then of course we'll be joined by Madam President. We also have a guest speaker who will, speak to our inductees. So we're going to have that formal session, right? And they're going to take the oath and everything like that. And then going forward, of course, we have training this evening downstairs the Presbyterian Church, and it's open to not just our membership and prospective members, but if there's any young person out there hearing and they're curious to know about the organization, they can also attend the training this evening. It's actually 5 p.m. downstairs the Presbyterian Church. So that's the church going up to it's on Grenada Road, going up to the General Hospital. So I think it's quite easy to find. And people can follow us on Facebook as well, JCI Grenada. We're very active. We're always posting what we're doing. We have some projects coming up, like I believe World Coastal Day, I believe it might be September. So we're going to be doing something like that. The committee will post it soon. We have a grand raffle, Thanksgiving raffle in October. It's going to be drawn on October the 25th. So of course the booklet's actually supposed to be coming out today, and it's going to be 10 prizes, wonderful prizes. For example, you can win 2 nights at a hotel, day pass, breakfast for 2, dinner for 2, $500 cash, $500 worth of a shopping voucher. We have a spa pass by Nirvana Health Clinic. So we're going to be doing that. That's for us to raise funds to execute our projects, because of course they come at a cost when we have to go into communities and do the cleanups and so on. We need to purchase stuff, right? And then of course we're also trying to seek some funding so that we can take at least 6 to 10 delegates over to National Convention in St. Vincent, right? Yes, in October. So we're doing a number of those, and we also have a back to school initiative. That's our next major project that will take place at the end of August, first week September, whereby we're going to be partnering. We have not chosen the school as yet because we started narrowing down, but within the next week we would know. We're trying to work with a school in the outer parish that we believe, the vulnerability might be there a bit more, and then we're going to be providing backpacks that comes with school supplies and so forth in it. So we've already ordered a number of backpacks, and then we still have people reaching out and say, hey, I don't mind pledging to purchase a backpack. Some people say, hey, I'm going to purchase it and also put stuff in it and give it to you. So if there's anybody out there that's listening and want to partner with us, it could be past JCs, it could be any social conscious minded person that think it's a good initiative and they want to partner with us, they can also feel free to reach out to any member of the organization.
And how can they do that?
So I have 2 numbers. My contact is 420-7582. So I'll repeat it, 420-7582. You can get me both straight call as well as on WhatsApp. And then I have another straight call number, which is 449-7973. So 449-7973.
Okay. Parting words, Madam President.
Okay. I just want to encourage everybody, if you're between the ages of 18 and 40, feel free to join this organization. You won't regret it. If you're over the age of 40, they still need support, whether you want to pledge a backpack, however you want to support, we need support. And if you know a young person who you think can benefit from this organization, be sure to reach out to the Instagram and Facebook pages. The chairman has shared his numbers. Feel free to contact him. We're always recruiting because we do have an age limit, so we always constantly need to recruit and make sure that we're developing young people around the world.
Ali, parting words?
Well, I just want to encourage everyone that this is an international organization, youth development organization, and I encourage you to join. It's a good way to give back and to become, an active young citizen. We are seeing a number of young people showing interest in coming forward, and of course we want to continue to grow the organization and grow the impact that we want to have, not just in Grenada, but of course on our sister isles, both Carriacou and Petit Martinique, because we consider this as Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So you can reach out to us, any one of our members, as well as our young people are into social media, so you can look for us on Instagram and also on Facebook. Just pull up JCI Grenada and you can feel free to reach out to us. And you're invited to our training session this evening at 5 p.m. downstairs the Presbyterian Church. And of course, when the raffle booklets come out, please support us. It's only $5 a ticket and $20 a book. So we look forward to your support, Grenada.
Madam President Leisha Samuels, and Chair for JCI Grenada, Ali Dowden. Thank you very much for sharing with us, and I do wish you all the successes that can be had with your initiative, and keep on doing the good work.
Thank you for having us, and thank you to our guests.
All right, folks, that's the conversation this morning. We take a quick break, and then we head on to the BBC, which should be in progress.